Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Great to be on here, Jim.
Larry, you just put out a news release this morning. What was in it?
Well, it was kind of a news release talking about our immediate goals, and we didn't go into the long-term goals. That'll come from another time. But and we also announced that we had a pretty decent warrant exercise on where we received $731,000, and so that puts the company in good shape to move ahead with these immediate goals. And so I'm happy about the way that ended up. Now, this week in the market has been a bit of a I guess you'd call it a roller coaster. We got hit pretty hard yesterday on selling, mostly from one house, and I've been talking about predator trading forever, and now with the Save BC mining group that's out there, it's starting to get some more attention. And I just want to point out that I have an interview with the guy that's heading that up on the attachments, and you should listen to that because it's a concern to any shareholder that we don't have a level playing field here in Canada. So we should go there. But now on to other topics that makes everything better. We're planning to meet with Battery Safety Solutions in the next few weeks to maybe a couple of months. We may go over there, or they may come over here. And I also mentioned that we'd applied for initial grant from the Canadian government, and we're hoping that that'll come through here shortly. So that'll get us on track for getting larger and more grants. So that's looking good. And we met with Cometco on Monday. We had the meeting over getting them to prepare a preliminary economic assessment and design proposal for a 3-ton per day plant. We expect that we will get the proposal from them in the next couple of weeks and the cost estimate, and that's really important. I know people are impatient, as we all are, to see things happen more rapidly. But you got to remember that this is a new technology, and even though we've proven it up in a pilot plant, and we've done some Tier 1 testing, and we're working with the Department of Energy labs in the United States, that there's still things that people want to see. And they'd like to see an independent PIA, which is a preliminary economic evaluation, or assessment, I should say. And so that has usually been a turning point in any project that I've done. A turning point in interest, a turning point in value. Once you get that out there, people have some targets that they can start to aim at. So our press release was good. It was well received. We gained back some ground. The last time I looked on the trading this morning was fairly decent volume. And so I think that we're heading in the right direction. Now, there's lots of things that happened. One of the things that I attached was a report by a recycler in the U.S. when they talked about the value of cathodes, and I'm not sure everybody picked up on that. When we've worked on our business plan, which is a Performa business plan, by the way, we use numbers that come from the commodity itself, like cobalt is priced at a certain price, nickel's priced at a certain price reported on the LME. Lithium has other reports on their prices, et cetera, et cetera. But we've known that there's a better value for cathode materials that have been chemically treated to go into batteries. And that recycler, and I'm not sure everybody picked up on it, said that doubles the price of the metal. So if that is in fact, even if it was up 20%, that's a significant increase in the value of the metal that's in a battery. And at this time, we do cathode to cathode, which means if we take some material from a battery manufacturer and we treat it in our plant and recycle that cathode material, that we return it to them, probably in a better purity and than the original cathode, and but it's cathode to cathode, so we think that we can enjoy some spreads there on the value. But that's something that we have to look into. You don't read a lot about that. I jump on anything that will talk about it. I'm sure that a recycler in the world would know the value of the battery grade cathode material, as well as the value of the cathode itself on the individual commodities that are in it. So I just wanted to point that out because I'm not sure that was really that noticeable in the attachment that we had, but it was there, and that was from our last week's podcast, Jim. We're looking forward to a great year. We've been approached and we'll be entering into NDAs with other big EV or car companies around the world. We've been, contacts keep coming in. And while we're at it, I'd just like to say that one of the most aggressive groups out there are out of India. They are really pushing for EV cars, EV battery manufacturing and EV recycling. So I'd say that out of every 3 or 4 queries we get for due diligence calls are coming out of India now. And so that's we'd like to be on the leading edge with anything that's being done in India, and but they're getting really aggressive about it. Their population is similar to China, and any projections show that the Indian market is going to grow. So that said and done, we got snow here today, and so it was a little lengthy getting into work. But, it's going to happen sooner or later. Next week could even be colder. And but I wish everybody a great weekend.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what's the company all about?
American Manganese is a critical metals company that has properties in the critical metal field, but our major push is on the recycling of lithium-ion batteries. There's a resource we don't have to drill, and that's a resource that is readily available, and that's what we're focusing the company's commercialization on. So we are traded on the Venture Exchange, the Toronto Venture Exchange, under the symbol AMY. We're traded in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF. We're traded in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. We have a great website out there called AmericanManganeseInc.com where people can go to do the due diligence on the company. And you can contact the company at phone number 778-574-4444. You can get a hold of me at my email address, LREAUGH@AMYMN.com.
Larry, thank you so much for the update.
Thanks, Jim.
And good luck bashing through the snow in Vancouver.
Well, it's a rare event that usually lasts a couple of weeks.
My guest has been Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on January 10th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at howstreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of Howe Street Media Incorporated.